What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to Finish Strong Friday. What do we do on Friday? We finish absolutely, positively strong. There is no excuses. There is no exception. We max out on Friday. We don't just max out on Friday. We max out every day. But specifically on Friday, we finish strong. We must always remember that we must finish strong or have a strong finish. That's what we do right here in the Brand New Suite. Welcome to the Brand New Suite. Friday edition. Friday Finish Strong edition. With your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. This morning, I am, and I love that glad that I was able to find out some information as I was getting ready to go into this Finish Strong Friday. And it's going to be interesting. We are in a time right now. And I know this isn't the place, well, I say this is time and place for everything that I say, that I do, because I'm purposeful in what I say. And it has to do with entrepreneurship. It has to do with leadership and leadership and how we conduct and run and do things. And leadership is about organization. Leadership is about leading, having an objective, and gaining results. What's the objective, and how do we get the results that we need and want to be able to get? We've been talking all of this week about keep the doors open, right? Talk about how do you, as an entrepreneur, build a sustainable brand. And there's tons of books, YouTubes, everything out there that you can find on how to start a business. But one of the things, and I've said this before, one of the things that I did not find when I started my business was those books, those people that gave you the insight, wisdom, and ideas that would be able to assist you in being able to keep the doors open. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to do this week, keep the doors open, because y'all hear me always talking about make you better by the end of the year and better than you were at the beginning of the year. And that is so true. And I've said this all week. My assignment is to assist you as entrepreneurs, not only to do that, but to keep the doors open. So this isn't just something that I just, it sounds catchy and whatever. This is part of my assignment, part of what we do here, part of the unleashing your entrepreneurial excellence is to keep the doors open. And in order for you to be able to do that, just like I needed at that time, I want to give you something that I believe that you need as an entrepreneur if you're going to keep the doors open. You need the tools, you need the strategies, you need the programs, you need the processes, you need all of those things to come together in order for you to keep your doors open, in order for you to be able to build a sustainable brand, in order for you to unleash your entrepreneurial excellence. So that's what we've been talking about this week. This is what I will continue to talk about, because everything that I do is going to be dealing with principles. It's going to be dealing with strategies that give you the ability to unleash your entrepreneurial excellence. It would be wrong of me to say, hey, I want you to unleash your entrepreneurial excellence, but then me not follow it up with the ways in which you can keep the doors open, the ways in which you make you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. So I want to have the integrity have the character that stands behind what it is that I say and what it is that I do. So let's get into this last day of Keep the Doors Open, and we're going to talk about financial vigilance and strategic investment. Financial vigilance and strategic investments. So let's talk about how you go about doing that and what that means to keep the doors open. First thing is optimize resource allocation. You want to regularly review your financial statements and allocate resources strategically to arenas or areas that promise the highest return. What does that mean? That means you should be looking at your budget. You should be looking at your forecast. You should be looking at your P&L statement. You should be looking at your balance sheet. You should be looking at your numbers and analyze the numbers. Don't just look at them. Analyze them and say, hey, what is it? Is this money worth me spending here? Is it doing is it accomplishing the objective and getting the results that I needed to get? If that money can be strategically used somewhere else, then you use it somewhere else. If it's doing what it's supposed to do in that area, then you say, yeah. Or if it could use more money, then you certainly want to do that. So you got to be mindful. You got to be strategic about your financials, about your numbers. The numbers are the numbers. Morning, Ernest. Morning, brother. How are you, sir? Hope you and the wife are doing well. You and Pastor are doing well. Thanks for tuning in. But you want to make sure that you're taking a look constantly, consistently, looking at your numbers. The numbers will tell you the story of your brand. Because your numbers allow you to be able to utilize the resources that you gain, or that you either can gain, or that you may already have, but you just have to find a way to be able to use them in a different way. And you can't know that if you don't look at your numbers. You got to be strategic about it. You gotta look at those financial statements. What's up, D? Morning. You got to look at those financial statements. Know your numbers. Know what money is going where, how it's being spent, and is it benefiting or is it costing you? Is it impact your bottom line? I know when I was working in the hospitality industry and I was department head, and then we had to, in the front of the house, in the back of the house, we would have to create our budgets. We created the budgets for the department. We had to know what we were spending money on. We had to know where money was going. And there were times where we had to move money around because we wanted to make sure that we were allocating money in the proper space, but we were also making sure that we were utilizing the resources that we had. We were maximizing the use of the resources that we had. And if we could move money from one area to another area and it benefit, and it was more of a benefit in that area, then we do that. And then having to come back and understanding why we made the move to move the money to another area. That's part of the analysis. It's saying, okay, that money that we put here, we really didn't need it there. Let's put it here. Make sure that we allocate it to some place that could really need it. And I think as entrepreneurs, we really have to be cognizant of our numbers. You gotta be a stickler for your numbers and making sure that you're strategic in the resources that you have. So that's the first thing under the financial vigilance and strategic investment. And then the second thing, you've got to want to invest in your growth. Do you want to grow as a company? Do you want to grow as a brand? Are you looking to increase your capacity to serve others, to serve people? If you don't, and you're comfortable with staying where you are, and you're good, hey, then do that. But you want to make sure that you put your, if you want to have growth, then you want to make sure that you put yourself in the position to be able to grow. So let's talk about that. You want to use your bottom line, your profits, to invest in areas that drive growth. And you might have areas such as your marketing, your technology, and the talent that you hire. If you're looking to grow, you want the best of the best, right? I was listening to one of the interviews that Magic Johnson, I use his. And Kobe had the same mindset too, but Magic Johnson talked about, he was talking with I think a millionaire, and this was earlier in his career, when he was just starting to try and get his feet wet with business, and he said they asked him the question, did he want to kind of grow, in business and everything like that, and he said yeah. He said yes I do. He said, well then do you like to be the best at what you do? He said, yeah, of course. He said, then you need to get rid of everybody that's working with you. And sure enough, he said he did. He said, and he hired the best of the best. And we as entrepreneurs and leaders, we should want to have the best skilled individuals, talent around us. That was one of the things about Steve Jobs. He surrounded himself with individuals that were good at what they do. So it's not about people's egos, and it's not about it's all about, if you want to grow your brand, you have to be about having the best people around you that do what it is that they do in a great way. You want the best people around you, the most talented people that you can have around you. That's who you should be surrounding yourself with if you're going to grow. Now, if you want to stay mediocre, if you want to stay small, then you think small, then that's what you do. Keep it that way. But that was one of the downfalls of the McDonald's brothers. And I get it, they didn't want to grow. They were comfortable, they were good with the one McDonald's in San Bernardino, California. They were good, just coming to work, doing that every day, every single day. Not realizing, not understanding that they had a multi-billion-dollar system. Morning, Spencer. I'm going to say it again. The McDonald's brothers were comfortable where they were and did not understand that they had a multi-billion, that's with a B, dollar system. The fast food system that you see today is a direct result of the system that the McDonald's brothers created. They created it, perfected it, but didn't want to go any further than what they were. That one fast food that you could come and get. I call it the first bundle. Hamburger, fries, and a soft drink in under a minute at that time. You can't do that now. You ain't getting it in under a minute. I'm sorry, you're just not. But that concept, and they were willing to stay right there. But here comes Ray Kroc, and he sees the multi-billion-dollar, not business. The system is what made it multi-billion, because that system became something that could grow or could be used internationally, globally. So you've got to decide if you want to think like the McDonald's brothers, or if you want to think like Ray Kroc. I don't want to put that on you, think like Ray Kroc, because I believe he stole, to a certain degree, think like Ray Kroc. I'm not saying you go and steal somebody's idea and you turn it into a multi-billion-dollar company, and then you don't give that family the residuals of that system that they created. That's a lesson for entrepreneurs. And maybe I'll do that. It's systems versus a business. Are you a system or are you a business? That's something to think about. But when it comes to you got to think about your growth and your growth potential for your business. Is it something that you want to do? And if it is, then you want to make sure that you're putting systems and processes and in place in order for you to grow. And you've got to invest in it. You've got to be willing to invest in your growth. That's the question for you today. That's your homework. Do you want to grow, or are you content with where you are as far as your business? If you want your business to grow, then I want you to ask yourself, are you investing in your business to grow? Do you want to grow? And are you investing in your growth? Those are the two questions that you got to deal with this weekend. Yeah, it's Friday. Go hard. Finish strong. I want you to sit with this weekend. Do you want to grow? And are you investing in your growth? Or are you willing to invest in your growth? How much are you willing to invest in your growth? Some people are, some people aren't. That's for you to decide. That's not for me to decide. That's not for anybody else that may be watching to decide but you. You've got to answer that question. That's how you finish strong on Friday. Is taking these hard questions to figure it out. Chick-fil-A didn't become what it is today without, it doesn't become what it is today without the two things, the resource allocation and investment in growth. Nike doesn't become a billion-dollar corporation without a resource allocation and investment in growth. Apple doesn't become a billion-dollar business without resource allocation and investment in growth. Every business that wants to be a sustainable business has to invest in growth. It has to invest in its growth potential. So I want you to sit with that question. I want you to think about that. Ask yourself that question this weekend and really be mindful and begin to put the structure in place if you were looking to grow. And if you are looking to grow and you want to be able to put yourself in a position to grow, connect with us. That's what we do here in the Brandy Suite. That is what we do with our entrepreneurial briefcase. It is all of these things. It is answering or asking these questions, but also preparing you for the answers. Hey, the easier part is if you say, no, I'm not looking to grow. I'm good where I am. We can do that too. We can analyze where you are, what you're doing, how you can be more efficient at what you do and stay right there. Or if you want to grow, if you want to be sustainable, I told you, as entrepreneurs, we think decades, not in years, not in months or quarters. Then we can assist you to do that. So connect with us. Say, hey, I want to be able to grow, and I need to be able to know how to invest in my growth, in my brand's growth, and we will certainly be able to do that. Put that strategy together, so that you can achieve that result, the results that you want from that objective. If your objective is growth, then we will put the strategy together in order to be able to get those results, get that result. So that's all I got today. It's Friday, y'all, and it's raining outside, so I had to do my walk inside today. But connect with me. You can go over to YouTube. Don't forget, go over to your YouTube channel. 500 subscribers in 30 days. That is always the assignment. Always the goal. 500 subscribers in 30 days. You need to hop on over to the YouTube channel. Click that subscription button. But also, I want you to like, share. I want you to comment. in there if these principles, tools are assisting you, and if you want to hear something that I haven't addressed with these principles and the different things that we talk about, because it's all about you. It's all about making you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year, but then also to be able to assist you to keep the doors open. Do you want to keep your doors open? If you do, let's talk. Let's do these things that we need to do in order to be able to keep the doors open. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. I want you to have a super fantastic weekend. I want you to do something fun. As I always said, do something fun. If it's go see a friend, hang out with a friend, do that. If it's just doing nothing more than sitting in the house, chilling, doing absolutely nothing, the Olympics begin, I think, tonight. So, check out the Olympics. I think it's going to be fantastic. Myself, I personally like track and field. Can't wait to see the track and field. Love track and field. Can't wait to see Sha'Carri. I think that young lady is going to be phenomenal in the Olympics. So, waiting to see her and the Jamaicans. I love to see that. So it's going to be great to see that. And then the young lady that is the gymnast. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. And it's crazy because she is super. The girl is bad. She is bad. The woman, I ain't gonna say girl. The woman is bad. Because I saw Rio. She doing these back. She was throwing out the first pitch for a game. She did a standstill backflip with a twist. I was like, what the heck? Huh? Who does that? Simone Biles. That's it. Simone Biles. That's who does that. A backflip with a twist. That's what she did. Standing still. Just standing straight up. And did the backflip with a twist. That's crazy. But the Olympics are this weekend, so it'll begin this weekend. So enjoy that for those that are Olympic, followers and everything like that. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be, just something. Some Olympics is gonna be just phenomenal. Looking forward to seeing the women's basketball. Men's basketball, I can take it or leave it. I'm just, the men's basketball is disappointing these days. So, but I can take it or leave it. So I might watch a couple of those games, but I want to see the ladies play. Anyway. But it's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We will see everybody on Monday. Have a great day. Peace.